My name is Theo Ngobeni. I am the owner and founder of Mr Slimfit. We are a luxury craftsmanship atelier based in Kramerville. We do made-to-measure garments for both men and women, bespoke literally from head to toe. My journey into business, I know it sounds very cliche, but I feel like my business chose me. My background is finance and investment. I was an investment banker for about 6.5 years. I've always loved fashion. I've always been passionate about fashion, and throughout the years, it's always been there. And eventually, it caught up with me, and I decided that I wanted to turn my passion into a business, and I saw a gap in the market. So yeah, that's how I decided to make the transition. My biggest consideration was obviously to make sure that there's demand for what I want to offer as a product and a service. Because sometimes, we feel like you have a great idea and, you're excited about it, but is it really profitable? Is it really marketable? And I think that was my biggest consideration. So I had to do a lot of market research and make sure that, for me, leaving a comfortable job to start my own business, there's actually a viable market and I will be profitable and successful in running such a business. So how I balance what I have to do as a creative and a founder versus what I have to do as a salesperson, I feel like they overlap. I have to play both roles because as a creative, I have to conceptualize and come up with new products and services that we have to offer to our clients. At the same time, once that's done, I have to take it to market and be able to introduce it to our clients. So I wear both the hats of being a creative and a salesman, and I believe that that's what those two roles are, something that I'm both of them, and I can easily transition from one to another. And I feel like with every business, you have to be a salesperson because the product or the service that you conceptualize, at the end of the day, you have to take it into market and be able to sell it. Being in fashion for such a long time, everybody always asks me, when are you starting your own brand and all of those things? And the time you start it, you're thinking, everybody's been asking for it. Clearly, I'm going to have a lot of clients and a lot of customers, but that's actually not it. Because one thing I've realized is before you introduce anything, you need to identify who your clients are going to be. And when you do product research and market research, you need to research it based on those clientele that you will be selling to. Because the most important thing is to make sure that your clientele understand your product and they are willing to support the dream and that vision that you have. Because most of the time is our friends and families will tell us that we are good at something and they'll encourage us to start it, but at the end of the day, most of us, our friends and families, are not our target market. So that's been one of the biggest challenges that I had to face. At the same time, it's been one of the biggest lessons. So I am very meticulous about quality and the attention to detail of everything that we do. Before I introduced our shoes, I tested them for about 6 months. Before we introduced our golf t-shirts, same thing. I started the idea of our golf t-shirts last year during the hard lockdown. We only introduced them this year in March. So I always try and make sure that we, when it comes to our products, I test them thoroughly and make sure that the quality is proper and it's something that I would be happy with, parting that kind of money. My approach to our customers and the service that we offer, I think it has changed in a way that we saw a challenge during the pandemic, and with everybody, trying to cut back, we decided to expand. I've always had a vision of creating a lifestyle brand, and I felt like, the lockdown gave some of us an opportunity to be able to work on the things that we've always wanted to work on. So it gave me time to be able to create what we are doing now. So it gave me time to expand. And also because there was lockdown, a lot of things were slow. It also enabled us to build the new showroom that we've built and be able to take our time in doing that. And it also gave us time to be able to test out new things that we want to do and be able to come up with new solutions that will be able to work for our clients. It also gave us an opportunity to also understand how to adapt to change. Because when all of this happened, when the lockdown happened and COVID happened, a lot of people were stuck. But my thinking was, how do we then capitalize on this? How do we find solutions? How do we come up with solutions that will be able to help us to grow our business? And for me, in a way, it's been a blessing. We only market our product currently in English, simply because, we in the luxury space, and based on what's been done traditionally, it's always been in English. And also, in South Africa, we have 11 official languages, which when we do localize, which language do we start off with? I think at the moment it's easier to do it in English so that we can be able to accommodate everybody. It would be nice to get into a point where we can be able to, start marketing in our own indigenous languages. I would love to see an ad of Mr Slimfit in Xitsonga or Tshivenda that everybody understands. The 3 tips I'd give to entrepreneurs is, number 1, do proper research, proper market research, especially with, like I said, when it comes to a new product. We all have great ideas, but is it marketable, and will it be able to make a sustainable business from it? And number 2 is that give products that offer solutions to problems. When you offer something that offers a solution to a problem, that it's easier for you to be able to run a successful business from that and be able to make money, because you're offering solutions to problems that are already there. And then point number 3 is that be flexible to market changes. Change is inevitable. It will happen all the time. And it's always important in business to always be aware of what's happening in the market and always be flexible to be able to change. The advice I'd give to my younger self in terms of the business path I've taken is trust the process. When you're starting out in business, especially myself, I'm a first-generation business owner. I didn't know much about running a business, but I knew what I wanted to do. I knew where I wanted to go. I had the vision, and I am very resilient and in pursuing what I want. I think one of the biggest challenges we have, especially with young people, is that we look for instant gratification. So the best advice I'd give to myself is, hang in there, put in the work, trust the process, and everything will work out.